hypothesis.
I get amateur astronomers will say, I can see the moons of Jupiter. Go to a planetarium. Does Jupiter look like a sphere to you? Who's to say that when you walk out of that one, you're just not a much bigger one? Above the clouds, it is a display system.
There's this huge mound of evidence that most of us come to accept that really requires that you go through one after another and say, nope, I don't believe that, I don't believe that. Here's a countervailing theory. It just can spiral on itself and have this sort of snowball effect.
A funny thing is that I'm a conspiracy realist, but there's conspiracies about me.
I look at episode 54 of Patricia Steer. These people I hired by section heads and supervisors in supervisor roles at NASA, the NSA, the FBI, the CIA. These aren't regular people.
It started off with me being called a shill, as if I'm doing this for money. And then I was called a flat earth honeypot, to bring men into flat earth and then steer them the wrong way because my last name is Steer.
So what Patricia does is she's so pretty. All these guys. But that's a part of the lure of narcissistic, psychopathic women.
I never thought that the name Patricia, which is my first name, would be spun into the fact that the last 3 letters are CIA in the word Patricia, which means I'm in the CIA. Because the government would be that dumb. But okay, if people want to believe it. Other things that have been said, that I'm a reptilian and people see my eyes shape shift while I'm on YouTube, that I drink blood. The most recent one is that I'm transgender.
I mean, I even threw up a question one day, what's up with Patricia Steer, you know? Because I don't know, but I don't know.
Now, the thing about all of these things is I can't prove any of it wrong. I could and have shown people my birth certificate, my driver's license, photos of myself as a child, and they'll say, well, if you're CIA, all of that stuff can be constructed. People will still say you don't have a real family, that you don't have a brother and sister. There's nothing that I can do. So, anybody can believe whatever they want to believe about me, but I wonder if in their hearts, people who do that know they're lying, or are they so conspiratorial that they actually believe it? Then it makes me worry about maybe things I believe in. Am I like another version of them? But I know I'm not.
These people can be very, very bright. So the issue is not necessarily a lack of intelligence.
It's not about being educated or uneducated or smart or dumb. It really isn't.
I think it's sometimes miseducation. I think somebody can be educated in such a way that they are educated to distrust authority on a regular basis, which kind of poisons the well up and down the line.
However, sometimes the question like this is helpful. What would be the type of evidence that would make you review your position? Is there any kind of test?
I started a channel called Globebusters. Really the goal was at the beginning was I wanted to be shown proof that the Earth was a ball because I was shocked to not find evidence. And then I was like, Bob, do you want to do like a weekly show?
This is where I broadcast the Globebusters show from. We do our show once a week, every Sunday.
We are a grassroots group of engineers and scientists. We have done several experiments that show the Earth is flat.
I mean, I think that the scientific method is the best way to get to the truth. And I just want to feel comfortable in things that I believe.
The difference between being skeptical about something and being in denial is very subtle but very important, right? Someone who is skeptical is willing to test their own hypotheses, their own assumptions. They are actually looking for the truth, even if it turns out that they were wrong.
It's Patricia Steer and Mark Sargent, and we are in Houston, Texas, at the Houston Space Center.
This museum that we are in will probably be a mix of real and fake. What do you think?
Well, it's going to be mostly fake.
You've got angry birds in space
Right.
endorsing this. NASA's now taking co-sponsors.
It doesn't even really look like the moon.
No, it doesn't.
This is what NASA is reduced to. Their costume astronaut suit with a broken watch strap. Okay, I think we're winning, people.
Wow.
Mark's going into space. At least this is free.
There's the curvature of the Earth. I've been brainwashed. And I keep hitting this button for splashdown sequence and nothing happens.
Capsule introduction.
Start. Yeah.
So this isn't working.
It's not even working.
So there's a broken watch on one of the astronauts. There's this broken.
Yeah, this is broken. The Orion simulator is broken.
It costs about $30 to get in per person, give or take. Everything is run down.
Everything's worn.
Everything is kind of broken. Chris Pontius could teach this place how to make things. Highlight of the whole thing.
Look, Ma, I'm an astronaut.
You guys look.
I can understand why this part
It
is
looks like
free.
it's a barn. Empty.
There's one car in the lot.
You know what? That's not the door to enter. Come on.
I'm gonna try it.
Of course. He's gonna try it.
There's no way.
It opened.
This is it.
This is the entry.
This is
Folks.
the entry.
Whoa. Okay, this is impressive because of magnitude of size. Wait, we're the only ones here. Does everyone see how big this is? We're the only ones here. I'm going to say something that's never been uttered in any NASA facility ever.
Oh, I can't wait.
The Earth is flat!
And it echoed. That was brilliant. What you're looking at is part of the greatest science fiction story ever told. What if mainstream science figured out that the world was not a-globeting? So you create a rocket program to take the picture, to even fake the picture. They had to discontinue it before the technology, way before the internet was created, way before HD technology was created. You make it seem like it's just not that big a deal.
So someone just made that?
Mm-hmm. They took.
Yeah, from yesterday. And honestly, you throw the general Inception soundtrack on anything, it makes it sound way better.
There's no curvature. And if we can do that, it's game over. But the rotation is not looking good at this point.
That's weird. That's so
We don't want to blow this, you know?
Right.
And we've got $20,000 in this freaking gyro. But yeah, if we dumped what we found right now, we would be, it'd be bad. It would be bad. So what I just told you is confidential.
Okay, I won't say it.
Not any one single experiment proves anything conclusively. That's why we're building a preponderance of evidence.
I think there's a few more experiments we could do with lasers and leveling. I think Jaren's working on a great experiment now that's going to help with all that.
What we're going to be doing is an experiment at Victoria Canal in Holt, California. It's a 3.88 mile stretch. We're going to actually have set up 3 posts, one at the start, one at the end, and one in the middle. And then we're going to shoot a laser from the first post and see where it crosses that first post. So let's say it's 8 feet, and then get it to cross the same point at the far end. And when we can confirm that both are passing the exact same spot, then somebody will tell us what the middle's at. If the middle's at 8 feet, it's flat. And if it comes back that it's only 5.5 feet, then yeah, I mean, that means that the Earth has curvature.
That's a cool experiment, actually, just in general. It's interesting. So I'm trying to think if there's a laser is just going straight. Yeah, they're in trouble here.
So like a laser, like for your cat, I think would be 5 or even less milliwatts. So this is 3,000 milliwatts. The beam will grow as it gets further. And if you put the expander on, it's supposed to get smaller. The most surprising thing I've learned is how hard experiments are. There's so many things that go wrong. I think I didn't give enough credit to people who do experiments.
Usually they have a way to say, well, I don't believe that evidence. But it's rare that you have something which is performed by them and it's just so obvious. There's just no other way to look at it. So I'm curious to see what happens. It's really going to be interesting, actually, like how they handle it. Yeah.
We as flat earthers feel that we have several smoking guns. Several.
There's no curve, but we don't want to present it yet. We want to have the whole package. Between the laser and the fiber optic gyro, this technology is going to kill the ball.
They would like us to believe that the ball Earth has been proven for a long, long time, but this debate has raged on for centuries.
Here in the U.S., millions are getting ready for a spectacular dance between the sun and moon.
Today's eclipse is a reminder of our place in the solar system, so I hope you're sitting down for this. Despite loads of irrefutable proof, some people still believe the Earth is flat.
There's this big war right now. Does the eclipse disprove flat Earth? That's the big hot debate. In fact, the Philadelphia Voice, a newspaper, just did their thing, and they contacted me and then Bob from Globebusters. What they don't know is that the guy from